Most people spot their first gray hair and immediately reach for the dye box. We often treat it as a cosmetic glitch, a surface-level annoyance to be plucked or painted over. But your body operates on a strict nutrient triage system. Blood and oxygen are routed to vital organs like your heart and brain first. Your hair, sitting at the far edges of your circulation, is the absolute last place to receive these resources. Those silver strands are a flashing biological dashboard warning. They signal a state of systemic depletion happening deep inside your body. To accurately audit and restore your health, we have to look at the body across 4 distinct dimensions: physical structure, chemistry, energy, and the mind. Permanently reversing gray hair requires looking past the bathroom mirror. You have to address the underlying biological axis that feeds the follicle. For centuries, traditional Chinese medicine argued that the kidneys govern hair health, while Western medicine focused on how bone marrow produces the blood that feeds the scalp. In the 1980s, cellular biology bridged these 2 perspectives by identifying a specific hormonal link. Researchers discovered the kidneys produce a hormone called erythropoietin, or EPO. This travels to the bone marrow, signaling red blood cell production. These cells carry oxygen to melanocytes, the stem cells at the hair follicle's base, responsible for generating pigment. This hormonal chain creates a functional loop between kidney health and hair vitality. It suggests that the ancient observation of a kidney-hair connection is rooted in a specific, measurable physiological axis. Even with a functional signal from the kidneys, your body cannot synthesize hair color without precise, raw chemical materials. Foods like black sesame seeds and the herb Heishou Wu provide specific trace cofactors like copper, iron, and zinc, which activate pigment-producing enzymes. Bone broth delivers dense collagen and the amino acid glycine, compounds that help shield the follicle stem cells from oxidative damage. However, these nutrients are only effective if your digestion can process them. Fermented foods are necessary to optimize your gut microbiome, allowing your body to actually absorb these minerals into the bloodstream. Finally, dark berries and animal liver introduce dense antioxidants, along with highly bioavailable vitamin B12 and heme iron, completing the chemical requirements for cell renewal. But even a perfect intake of these chemical raw materials will fail if your body lacks the internal energy to process them. Your body recharges its internal battery during a specific physiological window between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. This chart maps the critical activity during those hours. Deep sleep triggers overlapping peaks. Your human growth hormone spikes, EPO regulation reaches its maximum, and the brain undergoes a full lymphatic flush. Missing this window causes a rise in systemic inflammation, which physically damages the melanocytes trying to color your hair. Adhering to a rigid sleep schedule is the only way to activate the dietary chemistry your body uses to rebuild itself. Even with a perfect diet and consistent sleep, your cellular health remains vulnerable to a single psychological override: chronic fear. In 2020, researchers at Harvard published a study in the journal Nature, investigating the biological mechanism behind the phenomenon of hair going gray rapidly due to acute stress. They found that intense stress causes the nervous system to release norepinephrine. This chemical floods the hair follicle and can permanently deplete the color-producing stem cells in a matter of days. Managing this requires an active mental shift. Finding purpose and cultivating inner peace physically slows the production of cortisol and other stress hormones that damage your follicles. Rebuilding this internal environment takes time. The biological timeline for hair pigment reversal typically requires 3 to 6 months of consistency before changes become visible at the root. By aligning your physical structure, chemistry, energy, and mind, you rebuild the foundation of your vitality. Natural hair color returns as a byproduct of that deeper health.